What if the most powerful medicines ever discovered aren't in pharmaceutical labs or behind expensive prescriptions, but growing wild in ditches and your own backyard right now? Plants that kept armies alive before antibiotics existed. Plants with actual clinical evidence backing them up. Today I'm showing you 7 of them. Let's get into it. Plant 1. Calendula, the war flower. Let's start with calendula, also called pot marigold. This bright orange flower looks cheerful and decorative. But behind those petals is one of the most battle-hardened healing plants in human history. Medieval soldiers carried dried calendula flowers into war specifically to treat wounds on the battlefield. They called it the war flower because when you had nothing else, no surgeon, no antiseptic, no sterile equipment, calendula kept wounds from getting infected and helped them close clean. Modern clinical trials have confirmed exactly what those soldiers discovered. Calendula extracts speed wound healing, including burns and surgical wounds. The flowers are packed with triterpenoids and flavonoids, compounds with genuine antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties proven in peer-reviewed research. One published trial showed calendula ointment healed post-surgical wounds faster than standard hospital dressings with fewer complications. Infuse dried calendula flowers in olive oil for 2 weeks, strain, and mix with beeswax to make a simple healing salve. Apply to minor cuts, scrapes, and burns. The healing begins immediately. Think of it as the battlefield medic that never left. Plant 2. Comfrey, the bone knitter. Comfrey has one of the most honest folk names in herbal medicine. People called it knit bone, and that name tells you exactly what it does. For centuries, healers applied comfrey root directly to broken bones, sprains, and deep bruises. Doctors dismissed this as superstition. Then, modern science ran the studies. Comfrey root contains allantoin, a compound that promotes cell proliferation, literally signaling your body to repair damaged tissue faster. Multiple published clinical trials confirm topical comfrey root extract significantly reduces pain in ankle sprains, lower back injuries, and osteoarthritis. One trial showed comfrey cream outperformed diclofenac gel, a commonly prescribed pharmaceutical anti-inflammatory. Make a comfrey salve by infusing the dried root in oil and adding beeswax. Apply directly over injuries, sprains, bruises, strained muscle. Important: external use only. Internal use can affect liver function. Think of it as the plant that tells your body, heal faster. Right now. Plant 3. Mullein, the lung cleaner. Mullein is that tall, fuzzy-leaved plant with the spike of yellow flowers growing along roadsides and vacant lots. Most people walk right past it. For hundreds of years, herbalists never did. Mullein was the go-to remedy for lung congestion, chronic coughs, bronchitis, and chest infections that would not clear. Native American tribes and European herbalists independently discovered the same application. The leaves contain saponins that act as natural expectorants, helping you cough up trapped mucus rather than letting it sit and deepen into infection. Scientific reviews confirm mullein has genuine anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial effects on the respiratory system, including activity against influenza A virus. Make a tea from dried mullein leaves, strain through cheesecloth to remove the tiny leaf hairs, and drink 2 to 3 times daily during any chest cold. Think of it as the full cleaning crew for your lungs, working on call. Plant 4. Plantain weed, the trailside first aid kit. This is the plant everyone has walked past 1,000 times without recognizing as medicine. Plantain weed, not the banana. The low-growing weed with broad oval leaves growing in lawns, footpaths, and disturbed soil everywhere. Native Americans called it white man's footprint because it followed settlers everywhere. But they quickly learned it treats cuts, burns, insect stings, and skin infections better than almost anything else available outdoors. Modern research confirms it completely. Studies show plantain has genuine wound healing, anti-inflammatory, and antimicrobial effects. A clinical trial found plantain ointment improved healing of second-degree burns better than standard medical treatment. The leaves contain aucubin and allantoin that simultaneously soothe inflammation, slow bleeding, and fight infection. Crush a fresh leaf in your hand and apply directly to a cut, sting, or bite. Pain and swelling begin dropping within minutes. Think of it as the emergency room that follows you wherever you walk. Mid-roll break. If you are finding this valuable, hit that like button right now. Subscribe and ring the bell. We post new forgotten healing knowledge every single week. The next 3 plants are the most powerful ones on this list. Plant 5. Elderberry, the immune activator. Elderberry has been used as medicine for thousands of years. Hippocrates, the father of modern medicine, called the elder tree his personal medicine chest. Sambucus nigra berries contain anthocyanins with documented antiviral properties. Multiple randomized controlled clinical trials show elderberry extract significantly reduces duration and severity of flu and colds. One major study showed elderberry shortened flu by an average of 4 full days versus placebo. Another showed elderberry reduced cold severity in air travelers by 33%, one of the most practical natural medicine trials ever conducted. Make elderberry syrup, berries simmered with water, raw honey, cinnamon, and cloves. Taken daily during cold season, it strengthens immunity. At first sign of symptoms, it cuts recovery time dramatically. Think of it as the immune upgrade Hippocrates trusted. And science is finally explaining why. Plant 6. Yarrow, the soldier's secret. Here's the one I teased. The plant soldiers carried into battle for over 3,000 years to stop bleeding instantly. Achilles used yarrow on his soldiers' wounds during the Trojan War, which is why its Latin name is Achillea millefolium. Roman legions, medieval knights, and indigenous warriors on every continent independently discovered the same application. That convergent discovery across unconnected cultures is the strongest possible evidence a plant works. Modern science confirms it fully. Yarrow contains compounds with genuine hemostatic effects. It shortens bleeding time and promotes clotting. It simultaneously has antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties. Most medicinal plants do one thing. Yarrow stops the bleeding and heals the wound at the same time. Crush fresh yarrow leaves and apply directly to cuts. Bleeding stops within minutes. Tea from the dried plant also reduces fever and internal inflammation. Think of it as the 3,000-year field surgeon waiting in every meadow. Plant 7. Willow bark, the original painkiller. And here is plant number 7. The painkiller you have walked past without realizing modern medicine copied it, and then made it worse. Willow bark is recorded in the Ebers Papyrus, one of the oldest medical documents ever found, dating back 3,500 years. Hippocrates wrote about it. It was the world's primary pain treatment for thousands of years. Then in the 1800s, chemists extracted salicin, synthesized it into aspirin, and created one of history's most used and most dangerous drugs. Aspirin hospitalizes over 100,000 people annually in the U.S. alone from stomach bleeding and gastrointestinal damage. The original willow bark does not do this. The whole plant contains tannins and flavonoids that protect the stomach lining while delivering the same pain relief and anti-inflammatory effects. Clinical trials confirm willow bark reduces arthritis and lower back pain comparably to conventional NSAIDs, with significantly fewer side effects. We took nature's medicine, made it more concentrated, made it more dangerous, and forgot the original that was safer all along. Think of it as the painkiller pharmaceutical companies copied from nature, and nature's version is still better. 7 forgotten plants. Calendula, comfrey, mullein, plantain, elderberry, yarrow, and willow bark. 7 plants healing human beings for centuries. Clinically studied, historically documented, growing freely around the world right now. Not myths, not old wives' tales. Real medicines your great-grandparents knew by heart. If this opened your eyes, smash that like button. Drop a comment telling me which plant surprised you most. Subscribe. because next week we go even deeper into the healing knowledge hiding in plain sight. See you in the next one.